I'm going to do one more aggrieved woman with you. And it happens to be Beyonce, because it recently came to my attention that Beyonce, who's on some world tour right now, reinventing herself as a country star, is running videotape during the show of yours truly. I believe it is a clip from me on the Paul Murray show out of Sky News Australia, which I do once a week because I adore him. But it's me commenting about how when she started getting into country and the launch of this album, she and her marketing people were treating that entry like the second coming. Like it's Jesus incarnate. He's back. All hail Queen Bey. She's here to rescue country music, which was a perfectly thriving industry long before Beyonce showed up. But now we all need to hail her because she's married to Jay-Z, which means we will have hundreds of millions thrown at any marketing effort behind her. And so that was my take. But the vast majority of consumers and her fans celebrated her to high heaven. It was like, again, Queen Bey and the Bey Hive and the marketing she got and the recognition and the awards and the singing opportunities at the awards shows, all of it was piled upon her, as everything is, that she is considered untouchable. You're not allowed to rip on her. By the way, not allowed to rip on Michelle Obama either, but we do. Too bad. The more untouchable you tell me somebody is, the more likely I am to want to hit them. And so here is a bit that she came to our attention. She's showing it every show.
Decided to stick her big toe into the lake.
Okay, I don't know what it is, but it appears to be a setup for her doubters, Glenn. You know, like her haters. Somebody who reposted it online referred to me as a white supremacist, I guess because I didn't bow down to Queen Bey as she walked into country music. And let me tell you something. She had to scour the internet to find anybody who offered any criticism of this move whatsoever. And here is another, one of the most privileged, beloved women in the world, and richest based on her own fortune, never mind the man she's married to, but still has to look for the one sliver where she can play the victim and be aggrieved because big bad Megyn Kelly said something completely milquetoast about her entry into country music.
Well, I was about to say, like, I've heard a lot of Megyn Kelly slams and critiques and insults and like very harsh attacks over the years. And that pretty much ranks like at the very bottom of the list when it comes to like rhetorical aggression. It was just like a very offhand comment that like, why is it such a big deal that Beyonce did a country music album? Like, okay, fine, she did country music, and you know, I don't really understand why people are celebrating it so much. It seems like celebrity worship, but you're so right. She's showing it as if there's some kind of like deeply fascist, racist element, like this strain that has been attacking her viciously for daring to do country music. She's holding you up as a hate object. And that's exactly, like, she's going all over the world. People are screaming for her as they always do. Again, she's like, you know, like Michelle Obama, like so many other people, she has every conceivable material benefit and fame and adoration. And she has to like depict herself as persecuted by finding like one of the most mild Megyn Kelly statements I've ever heard in my life and go and hold you up as like a hate object all around the world. Like, look at these vicious racist attacks on me coming from this strain of people. Like, why do you need to be persecuted? Why is that such a desire to be victimized and to say, look at all my doubters and haters and attackers? It's again, I mean, like, why do people go looking for that? Why do people need that and want that? Like, I'm persecuted.
Meanwhile, where's her show video of her with P. Diddy? Where's that picture, Queen Bey? Your BFF Diddy, who's now on trial for being what is alleged to be a serial rapist and abuser of women. I haven't heard you comment on that. You have so many things you want to say about items in the news. Let's hear it. Go ahead, Queen. Let's hear you explain your relationship and your husband's relationship with Sean Diddy Combs. I'll wait. I can't wait to watch that at your next show. Okay. But nobody in the entertainment industry is going to get in your face with a microphone on that because you're untouchable, except you're not. And it drives you crazy. It's not that different from George Clooney, right? George Clooney got so upset. We talked about this, I think, where he featured me, I guess, in his play on Broadway, Good Night and Good Luck, which I didn't even know. I was just ripping on him in Good Night and Good Luck as pretending to be Edward F. Murrow and Edward R. Murrow. And he's lecturing everybody on how to do journalism and democracy dies in darkness and all of that. And it just comes along during the Trump era. And I was mocking him. So then he sat down with this nutcase Patty Lupone, who I'll get to because there's news on her today. And they decided to mock me, saying she's not a journalist. And that he is a real journalist. That he, George Clooney, is a real journalist because he's been to Sudan or Darfur. And he did that because he saw that I ripped on him. He can't take it. Like, he's George fucking Clooney. She's Beyonce. But they can't take the mildest criticism, Glenn, because in their world, they never receive any.
Well, and also, like, he's not just being an actor. He wants to depict himself as some sort of political activist. As you said, like, oh, I went here and I did human rights investigations here. I just read a review of this play by my friend Michael Tracy, who's an excellent writer. I really encourage people to go read it. Yeah. Did you read the review?
Yes, it was so good.
And it's basically like, yeah, the whole point of it is to say, I'm Edward R. Murrow. I'm the oracle of truth. Journalism used to be about truth. And then everything from that point forward is like the most obvious, signal to the liberals in Manhattan who, over 50, the MSNBC viewers who go watch this play, to interpret everything as a attack on Trump. And they're constantly applauding these very not subtle. He's just such a banal liberal.
This July, there's a global summit of BRICS nations in Rio de Janeiro. The bloc of emerging potential superpowers, including China, Russia, India, and Iran, are meeting with the goal of displacing the US dollar as the global currency. They're calling this the Rio Reset. As BRICS nations push forward with their plans, some worry global demand for US dollars could decrease, potentially bringing down the value of the dollars in your savings. While this transition will not happen overnight, the Rio Reset could mark a pivotal moment. So learn if diversifying your savings into gold is right for you. Birch Gold Group can help you move your hard-earned savings into a tax-sheltered IRA in precious metals. Claim your free info kit on gold by texting MK to the number 989898. With an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and tens of thousands of happy customers, let Birch Gold arm you with a free, no-obligation info kit on owning gold before July and the so-called Rio Reset. Text MK to 989898 today. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.